Dozens of tri-state area investors say they were victims of a Ponzi scheme, losing 6 figures each in what they thought was a legitimate real estate deal. News 12 senior investigative reporter Walt Kane has this Kane in Your Corner investigation.
I was happy to be a part of something, especially something this big.
Stanley Acosta thought it was his chance to give his family a better life. He invested $150,000 in cash in a real estate development deal. The money was supposed to be used to flip this property in Patterson. But Stanley says almost as soon as he signed the deal, something felt wrong.
One of the biggest flags for me was he didn't count the cash. I'm giving you $150,000 in cash. You're going to want to make sure that every dollar is there.
The developer was Cesar, a social media influencer who advertises real estate seminars. Stanley's contract promised in return for his $150,000 investment, he'd get $45,000 in interest, a 30% return in just 5 months. But nearly a year later, he hasn't seen any money and says Pena has stopped returning messages.
From a financial standpoint, it's killed me completely. I've had to take out loans to pay off credit card debts.
And Stanley isn't alone. Kane in Your Corner has uncovered over a dozen lawsuits filed by people who say they invested with Pena and never got the money they were promised.
Texting him like almost every other day, like, hey, what's up with the money, Cesar? Like, I need that money, bro. Like, constantly texting him. He keeps delaying.
Our investigation finds in some cases Pena sold investments in properties real estate records show he never owned or sold years earlier. The lawsuits already total close to $10 million, with more being filed every week.
For the last year and a half or more, it's just been taking money in from people, and there's been no likelihood of people getting their money back.
Some of the lawsuits also mention Rashawn Casey. He's a radio personality who goes by the name DJ Envy. Casey often appeared with Pena at real estate seminars, but his attorney insists he's a victim too.
And DJ Envy also gave $500,000 as an investment, which he has not received back yet.
Pena's attorney declined to be interviewed, but in a letter to the court, he complains about the tactics he says some investors are using. He writes, "My clients need time to first protect their family from threats of death, rape, and physical harm. After that," he writes, "they need to make serious and complex decisions as to how to move forward and what attorney or attorneys to move forward with." As for Stanley Acosta, he just hopes he and his family get some of their money back.
If I had an opportunity to say something to Cesar and his family, it would be to just do right by the victims.
The SEC says before you invest money in any business deal, have an attorney review the contract and beware of anyone who guarantees high profits, especially if they also say there's little to no risk involved. In Your Corner, I'm Walt Kane, News 12.